How the 2023 Porsche 911 GT3 R plans to dominate the racetrack. Porsche has unveiled the latest generation of the 911 GT3 R, which is Porsche's bet on the GT3 series and is based on the current 992 generation, ready to race at the beginning of the 2023 season. It is Porsche's aim to tap larger performance reserves for different balance of performance, BOP, classifications. In addition to this, the goal was also to streamline the handling of the race car for the teams and reduce the running costs. The new 911 GT3 R comes after Porsche recently unveiled the limited-run 911 GT2 RS Clubsport 25, which is truly a collector's item. As for the 911 GT3 R, Porsche seems to have hit it out of the park when it comes to making a thoroughbred race car that is not only ready to race but looks set to win. Porsche 911 GT3 R Performance. Powering the car is the near-standard engine based on the 992 generation 911 unit. Similar to the previous model, it gets a water-cooled flat-six engine with 4-valve technology and direct fuel injection. The major change is the displacement. Like the 911 RSR, the engine capacity of the new 911 GT3 R has increased by a good 5% from 4.0 liter to 4.2 liter. Porsche says that this has boosted the engine's peak output to around 565 horsepower. The high-revving 6-cylinder motor makes do without a turbocharger and sits at the back of the car, which enhances traction and braking. However, it has been tilted forwards by 5.5 degrees in order to create more leeway for the underbody diffuser. Additional elements like the alternator and the air conditioning compressor were moved a bit over 3 feet forward and further down into a space in front of the engine and the gearbox, which has a positive effect on the weight balance of the 911 GT3 R. As for the transmission, the car gets a sequential 6-speed contest mesh gearbox that is derived from the current 911 GT3 Cup, where the shift paddles control an electronic shift drum actuator that results in rapid and precise gear changes. Porsche 911 GT3 R Suspension and Brakes. Porsche claims that the new suspension setup allows more precise steering and ensures less wear on the rear tires, as well as reduces the time spent on setup changes. At the front axle, the car gets a double wishbone layout. At the rear, the car gets a multi-link design. Porsche has improved the KW shock absorbers to offer 5 adjustment settings. Setup modifications are done with what Porsche calls shims. These shims are aimed at enabling precision adjustments without the need for the time-consuming realignment of the suspension afterward. Porsche has pushed the rear wheels a little further back, which extends the wheelbase from 96.8 inches to 98.7 inches. This doubles up to reducing the load on the rear tires and improves the consistency of the tires' performance over longer stints. In terms of the braking apparatus, the car comes with aluminum monoblock racing brake calipers, which are now also supplied by the specialist company AP. The brakes are 15.3 inches in size, internally vented, and activated by 6 pistons. At the back, there are 4 piston calipers and discs measuring 14.5 inches. The company has incorporated a software application for the 5th generation racing ABS, which too, you guessed it, reduces wear on the tires and brakes. This is in addition to the new traction control system that has also received further development. Under the skin, the car gets an aluminum steel composite that draws on the production model, albeit with major modifications for use in the 911 GT3 R. A vehicle like the new 911 GT3 R is highly optimized in terms of aerodynamics. The key highlight is an elevated underbody at the fore of the front axle, for the first time in conjunction with a smooth undertray, and a rear diffuser. Wizards at Porsche found out that this combination improves downforce without a significant increase in drag. Porsche 911 GT3 R Safety. In terms of safety, Porsche says that the new 911 GT3 R comes with a seat that's closer to the center of the car. Like in the previous version, the steering wheel and pedals can be adjusted longitudinally to suit the driver. The steering wheel design also received further upgrades on the previous model. It incorporates elements that have proven themselves in the latest generation 911 GT3 Cup and 911 RSR race cars. The 10.3-inch display, for example, comes from the successful one-make Cup racer, with the multi-switch concept adopted from the Le Mans class winner. The Porsche 911 GT3 R shows what happens when a company decides to push the envelope of innovation and performance. The fact that it looks so good while doing so is just an added bonus for us gearheads, as it gives us another car to drool over.